Hey, I'm Joe with RevZilla, and today we're going to take a look at the Kuryakyn Torke Dry Duffel bag available at RevZilla.com. Kuryakyn's been in the motorcycle biz since 1989, and they're based in Wisconsin. You may be used to seeing all the chrome bolt-on accessories that they've sold for cruisers over the years, but now they're branching out into their adventure spec luggage lineup. So with the dry duffel bag we have here, it's a 35-liter fully waterproof dry duffel bag that has a fully matching kit. So if you want more storage than the 35 liters that this bag carries, be sure to check out their saddlebags, tank bag, and backpack that all match this lineup here. Now, of course, you know, this does have universal mounting straps. So while it is adventure spec, you could mount this bag to a variety of different types of motorcycles. At $117, this particular bag here is right around the middle of the price point compared to other bags that have similar features. But Kuryakyn did include a lot of unique accessories and features with this particular bag that does make it stand out compared to some of the competition. Now, when we're looking at the construction of this bag, this is a double-coated, fully waterproof RF welded TPU material. That's a lot of words, so we'll break it down here. So when we say RF welded, it's radio frequency welded, where they use electromagnetic pressure and heat to bond the seams throughout. So it's very tough. You know, you can see where the seams of the zipper are mounted here throughout, so there's no chance of it coming loose or leaking or anything like that. And when we say TPU, that stands for thermoplastic polyurethane. Now, you may be used to hearing us talk about that with different types of riding gear. We talk about maybe some protective panels on a jacket or gloves. Now, with TPU, you could have it be more plasticized or more rubberized. So this particular bag is on the more rubberized end of things. Now, it's not stretchy like you would feel a motorcycle inner tube would be, but it's definitely more pliable than you're maybe used to seeing typical dry luggage that is more of that heavy-duty tarpaulin material. So it just definitely has more of a rubberized feel to it compared to some of those. Now we'll get into some of the features of the bag here. We have one exterior pocket and then of course the main pocket here, and we'll work our way around the bag. Now both zippers here are IPX7 fully submersible waterproof zippers. And they have really nice pulls on them that are easy to use with a gloved hand. I will say that the waterproof zippers do have quite a bit more resistance to them than what you may be used to, so it is a two-handed affair to open and close these. Now Kuryakyn was nice enough to include some zipper lube, so that may help, but just be careful not to use too much of that because you could stain the contents of the bag. But they do have holes in them so that you could put a luggage padlock through them and keep people from digging around in the bag with those. Now, before we get to the other side of the bag, you'll notice that these nylon webs, little loops are everywhere. Now, that's not just a styling exercise, of course. That's to mount the bag and also mount some of the included accessories to the bag. So you'll see these throughout the Torque lineup, and just know that it is a functional part of the bag and not just a style thing. So as we work our way around, you can see the mounts to mount the bag to the bike and for the included shoulder strap that I'll show you later on. And then 6 more of those on the back. And then on this side, you'll see the air purge valve. Obviously, since this bag is watertight, it's also airtight. So I would imagine that if this bag is sitting in the sun, fully closed up, the air inside would try to expand a bit, and you could blow off some of the pressure there with that valve. It's the same kind of valve that you're used to maybe with your camping mat if you go camping sometimes. And on the bottom, you'll see some 4 reinforced pads on the bottom just to protect the bag from abrasion once you put it on the ground. Now we'll get into the inside of the bag. Now I don't have anything in this bag right now, and you can see it's nicely holding its shape because it has a big reinforcement panel inside, which I think is great with all motorcycle luggage. You know, you don't want the bag blowing around in the wind when it's empty. So we'll get into the interior of the bag, and you see a nice bright orange interior with that reinforcement panel that is removable. So it does help find what you're looking for once you get inside. Now you may also notice, hopefully you could pick this up, there's an included interior bag here. It's just a mesh, sorry for the noise, but it's a mesh interior bag that you could put your flat repair kit in, or your tools, or your toiletries, just that easy access stuff. The Torque lineup does include these in most of the bags that they have. I just thought that was a really thoughtful touch because I know a lot of the time when I put my small items in a little bag inside a bigger bag, I have to take everything out to get to it. So the ability to just have that attached right to the interior is super slick. I thought that was a really thoughtful addition from Kuryakyn there. So that does it for the interior of the bag. So as far as carrying, of course, once the bag is off the motorcycle, there's a nice grab handle. And again, there's a nice included shoulder strap too with a pad on it. So carrying the bag around once it's off the motorcycle is a piece of cake. Now, when we talk about installation of this bag on your bike, you're probably looking at about maybe 10 or 15 minutes. So you will have to get creative with some of the mounts. There's 2 single mount style. So this is probably what you're used to seeing with most motorcycle luggage at this point, where it has a loop at one end, and you loop this through part of the motorcycle frame, pass this through itself. I've done this on quite a few bags at this point, but my demonstration is the same either way. But that attaches to the motorcycle frame easily. And then there's little metal buckles on this end that pass through the nylon web straps here. Now, I did notice that after I did this a few times, it got a bit easier, so it will take a little bit of time for it to break in. But once you pull these through and flip that up, it's really nice and rigidly attached. And then to get it off, all you do is flip that up and pull it down, and it comes out really nice and easy. So I do like these metal attachment buckles. There's no moving parts to worry about there. But I will say that there's only 2 of these single mount straps included, and then there's 2 double-ended mount straps. My only nitpick about these is that since they're not attached to the motorcycle unless you tie it, you could potentially lose this strap if you're not careful. I know, if I'm tired at the end of a long day and I go to take the bag off a motorcycle at a dark campground, there is a potential for tired Joe Zito to lose this particular strap. But just be mindful of the double-ended strap when you go to remove it off the bike. Another cool thing with the Torque lineup is that they all include this adjustable mesh cargo net. So this allows to expand the carrying capacity to the bag by being able to put something securely on the top. Now, when I go maybe to the swimming hole or I take a shower at the campground, it's nice to be able to put any of my wet stuff on top of the bag, and as I'm riding the motorcycle around, that stuff gets dry. So I thought that was a really nice addition. It has a broad range of expandability there, so you could potentially put your riding jacket there if you just wanted to stay cool for just a bit if you're gonna go putting around downtown. But I thought that was a cool addition from Kuryakyn there. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with Kuryakyn's first attempt at adventure spec luggage. But don't take my word for it. Click the info button on your desktop or mobile device to see what other riders have to say. And if you have any questions about this bag or anything else you see on our website, give our Gear Geeks a shout at 877-792-9455 or shoot an email over to cs@revzilla.com. Thanks for watching our video today about the Kuryakyn Torke Dry Duffel bag. I'm Joe, and I'll see you next time.